The mechanism for astrology. I am an astrologer and a researcher into biorhythms. Now, there are many people who don't believe in astrology because there appears to be absolutely no way that the planets can affect life here on Earth. The gravity from the moon and the planets have effectively zero effect here on Earth. The sunlight reflected off of the planets is much less than the sunlight reflected off of my car. It is my opinion as an astrologer that the planets do not affect or cause any events here on Earth any more than humans affect the affairs on other planets. However, people who study astrology and biorhythms have observed patterns of correspondence between the cycles of the planets and of Earth. The solution to this paradox is that there exist forces that affect both the cycles of the planets and life here on Earth. The word God is an accurate but oversimplified explanation. I believe that the entire solar system, including the planet Earth, is influenced by the collective influence of the billions of stars and galaxies that exist in every direction around the Earth. I believe that the universe is infinite, which contrasts with the Big Bang Theory. This influence I speak of, while negligible, was the only influence on the solar system when it first formed. In fact, it was probably this influence that determined where the solar system would form. We life forms here on Earth wouldn't notice this universe influence because it has not changed since the formation of the solar system. The orbital rotation and periods of every object in the solar system, including Earth, conform to the cycles of time that the influence of the entire universe would dictate to exist in the solar system. Life forms on Earth or elsewhere in the solar system would subconsciously conform to these cycles of time. This would explain why the cycles we experience here on Earth and the orbital periods of the planets seem to be the same cycles. In the same way, the passage of time exists with or without clocks to measure time. The cycles of time of the solar system would exist with or without the planets. Astrology is nothing more than a calendar, and albeit a much more complex calendar than the calendars most people use. I can make vague predictions about such things as the weather based on the standard calendar. One can make additional predictions using astrology. A second influence affecting life here on Earth would be a class 2 or higher civilization. We humans wouldn't be able to tell the difference between their influence and God. Humans are not even a class 1 civilization yet. I would put the human race at about 1/2 on the scale. The human race would be less than animals compared to a civilization class 2 or higher. I plan to expand upon civilizations on the Cartesian scale and God and the future involving humans expanding into space in a future video. Thank you so much for watching.